everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Mustang Pen Build. It's been a minute since I last checked in with you. I finally got the sand spread out. We've been dealing with weather. Montana is not letting go of the fact that it is no longer winter, but we seem to be still getting a lot of snow towards the end of April. But hey, yay moisture. So now that I got the sand spread out, I'm going to, see all that? I'm going to remark the area, because remember we're doing a 40-foot round pen, and then we're doing 20 by 24 stalls, or paddocks, with a alleyway and gates and a shelter. We got the wood unloaded off of the Brigadier, and then hopefully this weekend we are renting a skid steer and a post driver from Cat. So that will, from the Cat rental place. Yes, we've rented from them last summer, and we did a mini X when we did the power out to the tack shed. So here's what we got so far. I gotta still spread out some of these little ones. I couldn't quite get into that corner with my big tractor. But the sand is wet, unfortunately, but we'll just have to make do with what we got. Haven't been on the tractor all winter long, so it was another learning curve. I did eventually get back into my groove, so that was good. Reminded myself how to back drag with the bucket. So I did have everything originally marked out, so that way, well, not everything, but the outline marked out, so that way I could have a rough guesstimate of where the sand should go. And now today we are really going to be putting down some markings for our fence post. Yeah. So I feel like I need to get a few more, but I have a good pile so far. Oh, he was nice enough to unload all the rails and post for me, because I have been kind of laid up something with my leg, but no worries, back at it. Can't keep me down for long. So it was really nice of him to unload this with the tractor and everything. So yeah, so hopefully we'll have enough material. You know, these are cold railings, CULLED. Always check your lumber yard for you know, rails that are not up to perfection, because people like me will grab this because they are at discounted price. So super excited, and I think it's time to get to work, so let's go. All right, just gonna check in with my layout. So the first thing we're gonna do is do our first square here, which is 40 by 40, so that way we can find our center and do our circle within the square. And then I'm going to map out the circle, or the square, words are hard, I guess the rectangle. So I will have this set first, and then I will have this set, that set, and then I will be needing to find my diagonal for this corner, so that way I can put down my last fourth corner. Math is hard. I am still on the learning curve of finding the squares and diagonals, but as you can see from all the math, I'm getting there. So this is going to be 60 feet, 20 foot, 20 foot, 20 foot, so 20, 40, 60, and then it is going to be 24, and then all together, and then this is going to be 10. So we're dealing with a 34 by 60 area. So, and then these little squares here are shelters. And then this is my alleyway that will go into my round pen. So, let's begin. Check that out. Isn't that kind of pretty? My daughter's been quite the rock hound lately, so she might really, if I could get the camera to focus, she might really enjoy that. I'll put that in my pocket for her when she gets out of school. Alright, now it's time to set the third corner. So here, that one, and the one I just set over there, you can kind of see it next to the orange paint can. Those two corners are not going to go anywhere. Plus, I can't go anywhere because I'll either go too far out into my ditch or too far out into my road, and I can't do that. So, to find my third corner, so to find your diagonal, you want to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and then you're going to take the c squared and you're going to do that square root, I think is what it's called. Sorry guys, I'm not the greatest at math, but we will work with it. So what we're going to do here is once you do all that, you know, you got your 1600, so plus that equals 3200. You take your 3200 with your root thing, I don't know. All right, and then 56.5682. You're like, okay, well there's 56 feet, but what do I do with, you know, this number? Well, in order to convert it, you're then gonna jump on over here, and you know you're gonna do 0.568 over 1, you know, times 12, because we're gonna convert it into inches, and then once we do that, you plug it into your calculator and you get this. So then you're like, okay, what's, you know, there's 6 and then there's 0.816. You would round up, so that would equal 7 inches. So you would then, your diagonal equals 56 feet and 7 inches. Now, my rule is try to get it as close as you can to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go another 40 feet out, and then I'm going to measure from right here, and we're going to hit that diagonal, and we're going to hopefully get the 56.7 for a 40 by 40 pen. Okay, you got it for the square? So I'm on this side, that's closest to my shed. Yeah, so instead of going over there and doing that first, I went over here and did this one first. So I got my nail that's knocked out for 40, and then I'm gonna go down that way, and then I'm gonna pull the diagonal. Okay, so let me give you an example of when you say, so there's a corner over there, 40 feet all the way over here, and then 40 feet from all the way over here. My diagonal right now is saying 59, 59.8. Okay, so that tells me that the diagonal is too long, and if I keep this up, I'm gonna get a parallelogram. I think that's the word. Anyways, so that tells me that I need to adjust my angle. Okay, we need to find that 56.7, like all the way up there. Okay, so right here is over there's our old mark. So now what we need to do is make sure that this mark here is still 20 feet from that corner, or 40 feet from that corner over there. So we got some adjusting to do. This might not be our permanent mark in this corner. We may have to do some adjusting. Okay, but as long as we get that 56.7 as a diagonal, and then a 40 feet as a side, we're good. Have I mentioned how much I hate math? Like, so I was thinking about it. You know how I got that 56.5 something something? Okay, well, kind of just dawned on me. Why didn't I just round up? Why didn't I just be like, oh, 0.5, whatever. Well, that 0.5 is going to tell me that I can round up. Because if you go 5 and over, you round up. Now, if you go, under, anyway. So 56 is rounded up to 57. Well, guess what? Guess what? You see that number? Do you see the 57? It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. That over there is from 40 feet. Okay. And that right there with my 56.7, I went 3 inches over and I hit my 40-foot mark, which is what I need for the side, remember? So I guess scrap what I said about converting your decimals. Just round up. Round up. Okay? Round up. So if I can get my other diagonal, like, on the other side, make sure the diagonal is 57 feet, I should be okay. So let's do the other side properly. I hate math. I hate math. I hate squaring. But practice, right? Practice makes perfect. Oh, God. Okay. You can see my floppy hat. Yes. My fair skin has to be covered because, do you see that big ball of fire? Yeah, I burned. I don't know if you guys in Montana, we had a Easter weekend. Beautiful. Beautiful. Got a sunburn and everything. And then it snowed. I was like, what the heck? And then, finally got some nice spring weather. And then I was like, oh cool, put sunscreen on, doing my thing. Come back inside, have a sunburn. I'm like, what the heck? So it's back to floppy hat season. Oh, don't I look beautiful? Alright, that's enough of that. Okay, we're going to the other side. Now remember, this corner does not move because there's nowhere to move. So we're going to put our little hooky there. And we're going to walk 57 feet that direction. And I did mark it out, so that corner to that corner is 40 feet. Okay, so I'm walking to my 40-foot mark. But I may have to adjust it because of that corner. Okay. 51, 53, oh boy, and 57. Okay, so there's 57. So now that we have our 57 diagonal, now we gotta find our sides again. Unfortunately, there's lots of adjusting. But as long as you get you have to double check, triple check, quadruple check. It's kind of annoying. But it's worth it. so that way your pen doesn't look like, so that way it kind of looks like a square. Okay, here we go. Now I'm heading to the 57 diagonal mark. Excuse me. Alrighty, 40. Okay, crap. That says that's 40. And that's all the way over there. Corner 2. Do this again. Please, 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 please. I know I could probably do that other method. I haven't figured out how to do it, you know? Okay, 56. Oh my goodness. 50. 57. Okay, 40. In line with that mark. In line with that mark. This could be it. This could be it. I know I said that last time, but I have a better feeling about this one. Oh, but dear. Okay. Alright, the struggle was real, let me tell you. I think I got it figured out though. Okay, well, made some minor adjustments to the measuring. Oh my goodness. This video has pretty much been me struggling with trying to find the diagonal and making a square square. What a struggle. Anyways, so nail, what the measurements seem to be liking is 56.5. And it is also 56.5 over there, 2 over there. Thank goodness. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the middle of the square so that way I can prep for my circle. I'm sure that was a lot harder than it needed to be, but I finally landed on a number that both sides could agree on, and it looked pretty square to me, and I just left it there. So stay tuned for part 2 of the episode of laying out the paddock. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe comment below with some helpful tips of how to make the perfect square.